I don't know what to say, but what's up, guys, and welcome to another episode on the podcast. My name is Caleb Akotobamfo, and if you are watching me today, hi, and if you're listening to me, what's up? So, yeah, this is another episode on the podcast, and if you watched our first episode that was on YouTube, you know we had the whole microphone setup and all that, but then this time I'm decided to do something quite different. I want to use my Boya wired mic and see. And honestly, if this thing goes well and the whole output is good, I probably wouldn't want to go back to the whole microphone thing because it's nice. I mean, for a podcast, we are used to using condenser mics and all that for podcasts, so it's nice, and it would be nice to continue with that. But then, this is easier to use, even though it's a little inconvenient because it's wired. But then, I mean, the output is good and everything. Yeah, so today on the podcast, we are discussing something very important, something that I find very important because it's very important. Like, as creatives, right? One very important thing that every creative needs is that particular thing called support. Support is too important to every creative. You see, a creative that has support, their creative journey and their life is very different from the one that doesn't have support. You know, I was speaking to some creative, right? And apparently this creative has a family member who was already doing the thing that they are doing. And so because of that family member plugs this creative with equipment, advice, tools, all of those things, you know, softwares. So I saw that with this creative, their growth was very fast. Like, they grow very fast because I mean they don't have to struggle to think about, like, they are not even stressed thinking about how to save up for equipment or how to rent this equipment and all that. But then they have everything at their disposal because this other family member is already doing this creative thing, right? And then there's this other creative who has to like grow gradually and move from start, then continue, you know. And I saw a very big difference in the outputs from these two creatives, right? And the diminution or the that's a diminution. Hey, the differentiating factor between the two of them is that thing called support. Having support as a creative is too important because it affects your creativity in many ways, right? So today's episode is, just as we read from the title, is support for creatives. You know, support for creatives. And one very big problem that we find ourselves in the creative field is that a lot of the times we find ourselves not having support, you know, because, and I don't blame them. Let me use this for example. Starting this podcast, starting this YouTube channel, there was a time where when I put the channel out and then I send the links, I literally send the links to everybody in my contact list. Now I have close to 500, if not more than 500 people in my contact list, at least 300 or 200 I'll have, right? But then as at the day of recording the next episode, I was at around 30 something, 40 something subscribers. The first channel we created that couldn't allow us to post had 67 subscribers. At the time we had to like ditch that one, right? Now I would say that the people on my contact list, some of them they didn't support and all that, and it's normal. I don't blame the people because these things are a matter of interest. If you don't have interest in these things, you definitely don't want to have anything to do with it. Do you understand? Even though I just wish that they'll even just come and subscribe. Later on, when you don't want to have interest, you can just go. Do you get? But then just subscribe so that at least it boosts my appearance and all those things, you know. But then it's about interest. Some people don't find the interest and the relevance of this thing, so they don't even know why they should follow in the first place. So when people don't support, I understand them. I don't as much say that, you're a bad person for not supporting, because if they had interest, they would definitely like to hop in. But then the fact that they're not supporting or they're not in, it shows how much they don't have interest in the thing. Do you understand? So it's normal. But then now, what my focus is right now is for us in the creative field. Now, before we continue, I want us to watch a particular video from one of my favorite speakers, Vusi Tembakwayo. He shares something very important on support. Let's see what he says.
The Jews, in the Yiddish language, there's this word fargin, beautiful word. Here's what it means. It means that if we are in a community and you're doing something, even if somebody outside the community can do it better, cheaper, and faster, we buy from you. And when you get it wrong, we come to you. This wrong, fix it. Then we buy again. It's called fargin. Go and look it up.
Yeah. So he mentions a very important word, which is fargin. And I like that word. I don't know. I like these Hebrew, Greek things, right? And he says that's what and that you can say the whole concept of fargin is support. I mean, is that one kind of support where we are in this together and we are doing it inside. I mean, we are doing an inside thing and we are winning inside. Do you understand? That's the point. Now, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Now, I want us to talk about support in the creative space. You know, as a creative, you are a creative. You know how it feels like. You know the problem. Okay. You know how there's no support. There's this quote that the support is always lesser than the applause, you know, all those things. And so we already have an idea of how everything is. You understand? We know the problem. Now, are we going to add the problem by also not giving support? Or we are going to actually see what we can do about the problem? So today's episode is just a call on you or a call on all of us as creatives to actually start tackling the problem of support. And I want us to start doing it among ourselves as creatives, you know. And so, why should support other creatives? I mean, if you're a creative, you understand by now that supporting another creative should go beyond interest, should go beyond I like it, I don't like it. Should even go beyond it's good or it's not good. Because sometimes the essence of support is making someone not give up and making it feel like you're actually doing something, you know, and not letting them just feel like, oh, nobody's interested in these things, let me just ditch it. Do you get? But then when you are supporting people, it might not be so good at first, but you can see potential. I know that, oh, if this person puts themselves to work, if this person learns more and they do more, they'll definitely be polished. Because gold, as precious as it is, when it is first seen or when it's first gotten, it's not adorable. It's not nice. But then it goes through processes. It is allowed. Whoever mine the gold has to have patience for the gold to go through the processes so that it can now come out as that gold that we all want. Do you understand? So sometimes support is for an upcoming creative or something, even though they're not really producing that much work. It's just you saying that, you know what, it might not be that good, but then I want to support you. There are times I've had to subscribe to people's YouTube channel. I mean, people will come around while I'm still on campus and they would say that, oh, I have this music channel, I'm a musician, I have a YouTube channel, please subscribe for me, all those things. And I'll subscribe, I'll go and like their posts and all that. Not because I like it, but because that person at that point needs it. They need that thumbs up. When they see the thumbs up, it gives them more reason to continue their craft. And if they allow themselves the time and also go through the process and learn, they would find themselves not, being bothered about some of these things again, because now they are pros. You get? So yes, one very important thing to support is that the person needs it. You know how it is like to not be supported. Do you understand? So one thing that I do is that rather than saying that, oh, there's no support for me, let me give out that support. And one person that I have on my, it's not actually one person, there's two particular people. I think I mentioned them before on the podcast, and these two people actually amaze with how they support. And this person's Wanda Dankwa. Wanda is just a wonder. Because she likes every post, she leaves a comment, she does, and when I see those things, sometimes I feel like, yes, at least if I ever feel like I'm supposed to put out something and I don't want to put it out because I feel like nobody will be interested, I remember Wanda, I'm like, oh, for the likes of Wanda, I should put this thing out, because if Wanda thought Wanda will like this thing, Wanda will want to see this thing, and there might be many other people like Wanda. Do you understand? And there's one other person, Godfred Techi Boache. Sorry, I butchered the name. He also likes to support. I'll be there, he'll just randomly do something, come and send to me that, oh, for your podcast, this, and that. I'm like, wow. Because at that point in time, it's not even about what I'm doing, as whether it is inspiring them or not. Do Do you get? But then it's about the fact that it is able to keep me going. So then one very important reason to support is because you know how it is like to support. Do you get? So we need to support ourselves. And then also, you, like I've already said, support even when you don't feel like it's like, when you feel like, oh, this is not something I'm interested in, I'm not interested in music and all those things. Support. Do you understand? And now that we've spoken about support and all that, what are some of the ways in which you can support? As a creative, what are some of the ways in which we can support ourselves in the creative community? I feel like the first thing we can support with is to believe in everybody, right? There are people who are obviously doing bad work. Those people are there. They're not even trying to do something. They're not. You consider this person not trying to build anything. This person is just trying to just bring this one here, put it together, whatever you get to move. But there are people actually trying to build something. You can see that this person is pushing. This person is pushing. You know, you have to support because the person needs it. Do you understand? How will you support this person? Like, believe in the person. Believe in the person. That believe in what they are trying to do, and don't downplay them. Don't be quick to, because there's that thing where maybe right now somebody might see this thing and be like, oh, what is this? Then now there's this here, say, what is this? Let's even use this, put this thing and put my phone on, for example. Somebody be like, what kind of plastic green thing is this? I remember when I posted the first video, someone was like, what have I put in front of me? Is there a mirror or something? When I put the iPad there, like, is there a mirror or something? Like, such comments, even if they are jokes, they make the person feel some way. Do you get? I didn't put the iPad there today, not because of that comments. I mean, those things don't move me. But then because I'm not using the iPad, I just feel like I needed my phone, just my phone. You understand? Yeah. So don't be quick to be saying things. And even when you're joking about it, like, just talk anyhow, and you understand? Have some solidarity in your speech. When you're talking to the person, you're talking about the person. You understand? Don't just joke. Like, even if it's jokes, there's no that sometimes your jokes might be jokes to you, but they might not be jokes to them. And if it's not jokes to them, then it's no joke. Do you understand? So then see how you can support them by not talking them down and inspiring them. I mean, criticize people, but then make sure that you are doing creative criticism, constructive criticism. Not just things that you are saying because you want to clear your mind or you want to just say your mind, but then things that you are saying because you are interested in the person's growth and interested in, like, the person growing. Do you understand? So creative criticism, not down talking them, and believing in them. Do you understand? Now, another thing too is patronizing them. Now, by patronizing them, if let's say it's a business, it's a creative business, and you have work you want them to do for you, don't just go and say that, oh, say I know you, so take this thing. Unless, of course, you people agree that that's what you want to do. Do you understand? But if not that, I feel like you should patronize this person. Be willing to pay their prices. Do you understand? Be willing to pay their prices, or at least negotiate sensibly. Don't go and something that the person is charging 100 cedis for, you want to pay 30 cedis. Like, what are you doing? Do you understand? So patronize them. And if it's like, let's say a show, maybe it's an artist, they are doing an art exhibition or something, go there. Now, there's one guy that I met in my department, right? I think he's done with school. Of course, he's done with, I don't know that I think he's done with school. But then one of my friends had a play called Meditation, a theater stage, like a stage play. And then this person, this Elichem guy, was there the whole time supporting. I was like, wow. And I've seen it a couple of times with other people. There are times I'm working with him, somebody will do something, it's like, oh, I need this help? He just immediately go and like help the person, you know. And I feel like that was a trait that is so nice. Do you get? He's someone that is living that patronize, like he's patronizing people. Like, okay, you have this creative business, okay, I'm coming to help you. You are putting together a show, okay, I'm coming to help you. I'll be there for the show. I'll be that. Do you understand? That's the thing. Like, patronize them, participate in their things. Do you understand? Attend their shows, watch their videos, subscribe to their channels. Do you get? Do all those things. Like, be there for the person. Do you understand? Be there for the person. Let the person feel you. Be part of the person's beginning. That, oh, when I was beginning, like right now, I can never ever talk. When I become like this big blown person, like where I want to be, I can never forget these two people, Wanda and then Godfrey, and of course some other people like my sister, and then some other people. I can never forget these people because, like, I would see how when I post something, I know that if I post something and nobody likes it, Godfrey will like it. Wanda will like it. My sister will like it. Some other people will come and like it. You understand? If I'm not mentioning your name, I've not forgotten, or I'm not ignoring what you are doing. I appreciate what you are doing, but then these people are the people who, like, because I have a close contact with them. You understand? You understand, right? I don't have to explain plenty. So yeah, I can never ever take these people's names out of my success story, because when I was now starting, they were there. They patronized what I was doing. They were watching all my videos. They were subscribing to my podcast. They were doing this, they were doing that, they were doing that. They were engaging with me. Do you understand? Yes, so patronize them. It's very important. And another way you can support is that you should, in this day of social media, where we are all trying to get social, we are trying to put ourselves out there, we are trying to be known and trying to look good in the world. Another way you can support is to like their posts. And to say this, I took a screenshot of something I saw on this thing. I'm going to put it on the screen right now. Let's read it. Right. Right, so like their posts, leave a comment. Like I said, Wanda, oh Jesus, God bless Wanda. I know she watched this thing. God bless you so much. Like, I really appreciate you. Do you understand? I would say, do I understand? Like, I really appreciate you, because Wanda will leave a like, and I realized that it was not just me she was doing it with. It was with all the creatives that she knew, because Cisco, for example, was on my podcast first, the first person to be on my podcast. I saw that she engaged with his posts too and all that, and other creators that I know that she knows. It's like that. Support them, like their posts, follow them when they say they have created an account. Do this, like subscribe when they are on YouTube. Comment. See, it doesn't cost anything. These are things that, of all the things that I've said, there's not any of them that will cost you your reputation, would cost you money, would cost you maybe even your time, because it's just that like, for example, if it's about engaging with them on social media and liking their posts and all that, you're already on their Instagram. Their post just popped up. You understand? So rather than just pass and be like, this guy, like, I know there are people who take their phones, they are going through Instagram, they are seeing, maybe they come across a post of a criticism, like, this guy is doing well, he's doing well. Then they just leave. They'll maybe like, they might not even like, but then they're just like, this guy is doing well, then they'll pass. Why not like their post? Come and type, oh, you are doing so well, I can see what you are doing. Do you understand? Like, when people see these things, they are inspired. Do you get? It's one thing that I always do. Right now, I've adopted it. When I see somebody doing something, I'll comment, I'll post. Do you understand? I'll like, I'll share. I shared. I realized one of my Cisco again. I saw he had a gig recently where he went to photograph the current Minister of Finance for Ghana. And I was like, yes, that's how we like it in the town. That's how I'll share it. Deborah did something great. One of my friends, she went to Multi-Choice Talent Factory, and now she's done a film. My mind is doing podcast. She's done a film, and I was like, I'm proud of you. So I like the post. I put in the comments, that's how I like it in the town. You understand? Those things hit the person. They feel like, yes, I'm actually making progress. One time that I got, so I started posting things on my Instagram, and then even the podcast. One thing that gave me fuel to continue was when I met people that I look up to, and they're like, you are doing so well. I'm like, wait, what? Because I felt like I was not doing anything. I would think about where I want to be, and maybe how fast I wanted to get there, and how I'm not getting there, and maybe how I have to stress to do what I need to do. Because right now, if let's say I had my own studio space, Charlie, I can just wake up one time, line up clothes, I'll shoot some, then I had my own correct laptop, I'll edit, you understand? But then I'm just looking at how I have to struggle, I have to wait till it's night before I can use my lecturer's office and all of those things, and after that I have to clear up the place, and you get, and I feel like I'm not doing anything, see, why am I still? But then I meet people who are like, yo, you are doing so well. People that I didn't even think they were watching. For real, I didn't even think they were watching. People also that inspire me, like, I see what you're doing. I'm like, oh my god. I don't know what I want to cry. Do you get? Yes, so support. You see, let's learn to support each other as creatives. Let's not leave it to chance. You think about it. You said it in your mind. What stops you from saying it to the person? Because the person can't read your mind. But then you are looking at it. I feel like it will be easier for you to support people when you start looking at what it does for them. Because sometimes you might think it's nothing. It's nothing. But it's not just liking a post. It's not. But then when you start thinking about what it does for them, what's that thumbs up? You are doing well. One sentence, you are doing well. Just 4 words, but then it means the person a wealth of this thing. Then the energy to even put out the next thing will depend on that thing you said. You look at what it is doing for them. It is very easy to support them. You understand? So I feel like one thing I'll say is that think about what it does for the person. It will be easier to support the person. Do you understand? So yeah, I believe that today I've learned something and that we have learned to be able to support people. Let's support. Do you understand? If we will not get that support from outside the creative community, inside the creative community, let's support. And don't only let it be about the people that you relate with. So maybe I'm a videographer, so I'm only for videographers. No, do that for everybody. All the people who have ever come to my room that they will have this channel or something. I'm so quick to subscribe. At first, when I didn't understand these things, I was just subscribe. When they leave, I won't subscribe. But right now, I'm quick to subscribe and then be following up on what they are doing, be checking up, and then be liking. Sometimes I'll miss them. Like, there was one guy like this who came to my room. He said he had a YouTube channel, and then he was going around doing these Vox Pop videos. And then he was not doing it some way, all those things. I called him, I'm like, oh, Charlie, this thing, I think I can like I shared with him the lesson that I know about videography and all these things. And then he did it, you understand? At that point, I knew nothing about YouTube. I had no interest in YouTube. I didn't ever think I'll be on YouTube, But then I was engaging with this person. The other people who do music, I thought that, oh, you're doing music. You can do this. You understand? So don't only limit to the people who are in your creative niche or your creative area. So you're a photographer, so you only relate to photographers. No, you're a photographer. If a YouTuber comes to you, support them. If this thing, see, sometimes it might just be subscribing to their channel, just liking their posts, just leaving comments, just attending their shows, just something simple, If we are all having this mind towards each other as creatives, I feel like we'll set an example for the rest of the people outside who don't really know the essence and the import of what you are doing. When they see how there's so much traction on this thing, so everybody is saying something, they'll be tempted to leave something too. They'll also see it, and then rather than just keeping their comments in their head, they'll also want to leave their comments. They'll also want to attend the show. They'll also want to do all these things. You understand? Let's not wait for someone to become big before you come and tag them that, oh, I knew this person. Charlie, at that point, they will not be interested. And then they'll only be interested in people who have built with them. Imagine there's somebody who comes to meet me when I'm big and now tries to be my friend, tries to come and figure, and there's wonder. I will not even think twice about that person. You understand? Go and sit somewhere, let's wonder coming. Because she was with me when I was growing. There's Godfred. He was with me when I was growing. There's my sister. She was with me when I was growing. You understand? So then, understanding how it is, let's go all out and support. So that's just what I'm saying. You understand? Let's just support one another. Let's be there for one another. You understand? Thank you very much for listening to today's podcast. And thank you so much for listening. Hey, I've said listening twice. Hey, I'm so not used to this YouTube. But then thank you so much for watching too. If you didn't know me and if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Caleb Akoto-Bamfo, and I'm a creative in the videography and graphic design spaces, and I'm the podcast host of the Creativation Podcast. The Creativation Podcast is a podcast platform that's designed for creatives to inspire, motivate creatives, and then to educate creatives, you understand, and to speak around creative matters. So if these are things that interest you, do well to subscribe so that anytime we put up a video, you'll be here. If you are also listening to us for the first time, please do well to follow the show on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts, so that anytime something comes up, you'll be there. Subscribing to a thing is like saying that, yo, I'm a member of this and I would like to know more, and experience more of what you have to offer. So yeah, kindly do what to subscribe. And then yes, like I've said, smashing the like button will not cost you anything, but it will do a lot for me. So if you understand how it feels like to be supported, and you know how it feels like for some people to be there for you, please do what to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, say something. Tell me that my shirt is not nice. Tell me that my hair is not well combed. Tell me my afro is not nice. Tell me my rings, my fingernails. Tell me something. You understand? And just leave a comment. It does a lot to the algorithm. The algorithm feels like, this is something people will want, so I want to push it out more to people. So then, just by commenting, you've given me the room to meet 5 more extra people, maybe by your single comment. You understand? So you are doing so much by doing little. So please do it. All right. And yeah, please do also follow us on Instagram. On our Instagram platform is dedicated to sharing daily videos from other creators and also in-house content that inspire you. Do you understand? Thank you so much. My name again is Caleb Akotobanfo, and I'll be glad to see you in the next episode. Bye.